So right now we're going to go on the floor. We're going to be talking with Hillary Clinton supporters and delegates, and we're going to ask them what policies of Hillary's that they really are excited about, and what they would consider to be a successful presidency 4 years out.
Peace, security, education, and I could go on and on and on and on. But I'm a school teacher, so I can't talk too long because I might bore you. First thing, security. National security is one of the top things. Then we have education, and then senior citizens. Because I'm a senior citizen.
Get out of here.
I'm a senior citizen, and I've got to, take care of Social Security because I want my grandchildren coming behind me to have Social Security. We're already great, but we're just going to become greater. America's already great. We're just going to become greater. We're going to go higher.
Did you see Chris Hayes go by? Hey, look, there's Wolf Blitzer. See his feet? He's got nice feet. Is this California yet? Oh, here we go. Let's talk to some delegates from California. How are you getting along with the Sanders delegations from California? We've heard some reports that they're kind of been trying to do some protests, and how is that affecting your relationship with them?
Protests are the bedrock of democracy, and we have worked hard to make sure that every single person who's here that was elected, that wants to be heard, has a seat at the table, that they are heard just as we are heard. Bernie Sanders did an amazing job. He went around the country and he talked about something that no one was talking about. He talked about the fact that there are people that are working every single day, working their butts off, working 2 jobs, 3 jobs with children, still living in under the poverty line. That is unacceptable. That brought out something. These people, brothers and sisters, wanting to work together to end that income inequality.
Look at him. Look at that hair. That is fan-fucking-tastic hair. If I had hair like that, I'd be anchoring ABC too. That is good hair. That's like Sam Malone hair from Cheers back 20 years ago. And their complaint about corporate Democrats, how is it being received?
The first complaint was establishment Democrats, and I think that a lot of that was a little bit confusing because, if they want to say an establishment Democrat, yes, every single month, twice a month, I show up at a Denny's in Central Valley and I work my butt off using my own money, my own time, my own energy to elect local officials and register voters. I am an establishment Democrat. Sure, you can call me that name all day long. The corporate Democrats are talking about, we all want money out of politics. In California, we're trying to pass the Disclose Act before this election, which would require that on propositions, they actually list. They don't say friends of friends of friends of friends of clean water, okay? They say Exxon. Exxon paid for this bill, okay? That's the California Disclose Act. We want to pass that. We all want money out of politics. Every single one of us. No one disagrees. We agree on 99.9% of the issues.
That is some really good hair. Do you see his hair? You could surf off that hair. Any specific policies that you like that she's endorsing?
Economy is growing, should keep moving the way it is, and do not start a war with any other country like a Republican.
But she did vote for the Iraq war, you know that, right?
Yeah, but she was not a president of that.
Right.
What do we say? Love trumps hate, and I know she's going to beat him. Not a doubt in my mind, just as sure as I'm black.
What would you consider to be a successful first 4 years of her presidency? What would you like to see happen?
Well, there's a lot of women's issues. I'd like to see equal pay for equal work. I want to make sure we expand the health care bill. Obamacare should be expanded. We did a wonderful job with it, but there's a lot more. And there's several issues that Bernie and them have brought up that we need to talk about. We need increased minimum wage. People cannot live off $7.25 an hour. Nobody can. But when she finished her first 4 years, I lay you odds it'd be $15.
Are you getting along with the Bernie delegates, or is there?
Of course. This is a united party we have here. We fuss on the outside, but on the inside. But once we get out, we're unified.
Okay, and do you wish that she would have picked a more liberal vice president?
She couldn't have picked a better choice. Yeah, I'm satisfied, very happy with Tim Kaine. If you look at the makeup of the Republican convention and you look at the difference in the Democratic convention, it's as if this is a reflection of America and the other convention is some sort of reflection of a private club. You see all sorts of colors here. This is the Rainbow Coalition. The other party represents a faction in this country. And until we heal that great divide, we're never going to get any better.
Do you know any black Republicans yourself?
Not personally. I have one, but not really.
I think that Bernie's campaign was a blessing in disguise. I think that Bernie brought a lot of people into the party that Hillary never would have been able to bring in. Then also it brought up more towards the left and she's, to me, a more centric candidate. For example, raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. And I appreciate his campaign, the electricity, the energy that they brought to the campaign, and particularly these young people.
That guy's stirring up the crowd.
You better listen to me. I said you what?
Had I done that
I don't know who that was, but he was from Missouri, and people are going nuts for him. He showed a little emotion. People seem to respond to that. And here's a gentleman from Fox, looks fantastic. Again, he's got the nice blonde hair like they like at Fox. It looks nice.
He's not showing any cleavage, though.
No cleavage, and his legs are covered, which that's a no-no. What's the mood like in between the Hillary supporters and the Sanders supporters as far as delegates?
I don't know. I mean, on a personal level, they're great people. We're great people. We have differences of opinion about some policies, about some direction, about the way things could go and what we feel is the best direction for the country. I mean, we differ on that, but we've been hanging out with each other for 4 days, so I think we've gotten to know each other on a personal level, and in that respect, I think it's been a good thing.
Have you been a part of any of the protests?
I did the walkout.
And that wasn't really covered by mainstream news media, right?
I was disappointed in the coverage. I saw some, but some of the mainstream coverage that I saw tried to portray us as sore losers, and what I tell people is I'm 54 years old. I don't make rash decisions. So when I choose to do something like that, it's because I stand on principles and values, and I put a lot of thought and effort and energy into it. So I don't do stuff because I'm a sore loser. I do stuff because there's something that I'm trying to say, and it's a point that I'm trying to make. And so that's why we did that.
You're going to vote for Hillary in November?
I haven't decided what I'm going to do in November. Right now, I said until this evening, my job is to represent the people that sent me here to support Bernie Sanders. Now, come tomorrow morning, that's a different story. And when that happens, I'm going to be deciding what I'm going to do. But what I will say is the Democratic Party and the Clinton campaign have a lot of work to do. I'm not happy with how we've been treated. And if they want people to feel like we're welcome and supported by them, they need to do some stuff. Instead of just saying we're better together, we're stronger together, that takes some work and some effort, and I want more than just rhetoric. I want to see some action, and if I see action, I don't know.